Disclaimer: this story is a work of fiction created purely for entertainment purposes. The storyline, dialogues, characters, narration, and voiceover are entirely original and do not depict real life events or personalities. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or real life events is purely coincidental. All images used in this story are sourced from publicly available platforms such as Google and Pinterest. Full credit goes to the respective owners and creators. Please watch or read the full story before forming opinions or commenting. Maintain a respectful environment. Unauthorized reproduction, copying, or redistribution of the storyline, characters, narration, or voiceover on any platform is strictly prohibited. Enjoy the story respectfully and remember, it's purely fictional. Rain fell that night, but it wasn't enough to wash away what had already been done. One mistake, one punishment, and three brothers left standing on the edge of something far more dangerous than they realized. Jungkook, the youngest, broken under pain he didn't fully understand, still believing his Hyang hated him. Taeyang, caught between anger and guilt, punishing himself for a mistake that was never his to carry. And Jimin, the one who walked away, not because he didn't care, but because he knew something they didn't. Because what happened that day was never just about a stolen question paper, it was a warning. Something had already begun moving in the shadows. Something far more dangerous than a child's mistake. And while two brothers were trying to heal, the third was already stepping into this room alone. The silence of that night was not peace, it was the lull before this room. In a dark room, a large screen flicked to life. A video call connected. A mysterious figure appeared on the screen. Jimin, kneeling on the floor, head slightly lowered. It was my mistake. Mysterious person, coldly. A mistake? No. This is called a sin. First Taeyang and now Jungkook. How many mistakes will you make? And how many times do you expect me forgive you? Because of your failure, Taeyang is already here. I can't take any risk with Jungkook. If you are incapable of handling this, say it now. I will make other arrangements. Jimin, panic flicked in his eyes. No, just give me one last chance. I promise you, this time there will be no mistakes. Mysterious person, turning darker. I am giving you only one last chance. Remember this well. This is your final chance. If you fail again, you already know the consequences. Now take that unfortunate, pathetic face of yours away from my side and do your job. This time, I am giving you an opportunity. Next time, you won't get a chance, nor a chance to explain yourself. Jimin, bowing his head. Thank you. T gently applied ointment over Cook's bruised calves. His touch was careful, but the pain beneath it was unbearable. T, softly. It will hurt a little more, but then it will be fine. You are my brave boy, aren't you? Cook, eyes filled with tears. The Hangi, you aren't angry with me, right? I did something wrong. I shouldn't have tried to steal the question papers. T looked at him with soft eyes. You know you made a mistake and you regret it. That's enough for me. I know you won't repeat it again. Cook, voice trembling. I swear, Tite Hangi, I never wanted to do it. It was just really scared. All I could see was Jimmy Young's angry face. T, gently, you don't need to think about it anymore. What's done is already done. Just be careful next time, okay? Look, I have applied the ointment. These wounds will heal soon. Stood up, about to go. Cook, holding his hand. Titi Hangi, why is Jimin Hang always angry with me? Does he hate me? How can I make him happy? Please tell me. I will try my best. I just don't want him to hate me. T, forcing a small smile. I told you not to overthink. Come on, let's eat. I'm really hungry. He gently picked Cook up in his arms and carried him to the dining room for their dinner. Time skipped at midnight. The rain had grown heavier, thunder roared, lightning flashed across the sky. Cook was asleep on T's bed while T stood in the balcony, staring at the gate. Jimmy still hadn't returned. T softly to himself. Hang, Cook wants to know how he can make you happy. But how do I tell him when I myself have never been able to do that? Hang, I still don't understand you. Why are you like this? One side, you hurt us, you make us believe that you are cold, ruthless, that our pain doesn't matter to you. And on other side, you prepare the medicine beforehand. You cook for us, you take care of everything we need. You stay awake all night when we fall sick. If you care so much, then why don't you talk to us? Why do you want us to see you as the villain? Why do you want us to hate you? Why are you living with two different faces? Maybe if we had the courage to ask you, and if you trusted us enough, you would have answered. He was lost in his own thoughts. He kept staring outside when suddenly two small arms wrapped around him from behind. Cook's sleepy voice, Didi Hangi, what are you doing here? The thunder and lightning, it is scaring me. They are. A big light flashed, linked with her loud thunder, making him flinch hard. Ah, Didi Hangi! Buried his face in T's back while cleansing T's clothes. T quickly wiped his tears, turning back. There is nothing to be scared of. I told you why thunder happens, remember? When you have your Titi Hangi with you, then why are you scared? Come on, I will sleep with you, then you won't feel scared. Cook, looking outside, Jimin Hyang still hasn't come back. Did he leave because he is angry with me? T, softly. He can't go far away from us, no matter how angry he is. Now stop overthinking and go to sleep. Time skipped at next day evening. It was evening time. T entered the house and stopped in the tracks. Jimin was sitting on the couch and Coco stood in front of him, holding a paper with trembling hands. He looked like he wanted to say something, but fear had stolen his voice. He quickly went to them and stand in middle between Jimin and Cook. T placing his bag down. What's going on here? Jimin calmly. I'm just correcting my mistakes. Oops, my bad. I'm atonement for my sins I have committed. T. Frowning. What do you mean? And what is that paper? Took the paper from Cook's hand and his eyes widening as he read it. What's this? Jimin, casually. A schedule. From today onwards, he will follow only this. T. Angry. Are you out of your mind? There is no mention of his singing classes or his football practice. His match is in 2 days. When will he practice? And there isn't any rest time in this. Jimin, coldly. From today, everything stops. No football, no singing classes, no unnecessary rest. I have already removed his name from both. He will stay at home and focus only on his studies. Enough of roaming around and wasting time. What's the use of freedom when he can't even do one thing properly? T. Furious. What? Are you trying to cage him inside the house? Jimin, walking closer. I want to see him as a successful businessman in the future. Something you could never become. I won't repeat the same mistake I made with you. He will do exactly what I decided for him. No freedom, no choice. T. Hurt. This is wrong. You can't do this to him. Jimin, firm. I gave him one chance to balance his studies and his hobbies, but he took it lightly. He thought his mistake would be forgiven just because he is the youngest. But that's not how it works. Everyone gets only one chance, and he wasted his. Now it's over. He's suspended for a week. I won't let his studies suffer. It's your responsibility to prepare him for the future. And if he repeats these mistakes again, looked at Cook while talking to T. You will pay for it. And I'm not joking, Park Deang walked away. Cook, breaking down, pleading, Didi Hangi, please talk to Jimin Hang. Ask him not to stop us singing and football. I promise I won't make any mistakes again. I will score full marks. Just please give me one more chance. T held his forehead, torn apart. On one side, his elder brother's rigid control, on the other side, his younger brother's breaking dreams, and he stood helpless between them. Time skipped after some time. P stood outside Jimin's room for a moment, gathering himself. Then he knocked and entered. T softly. Hyang. Jimin, without looking up. Where is Cook? T. He's studying. Jimin, coldly. Then, what are you doing here? You should be with him, keeping an eye on him. T. Frowning. Keeping an eye on him? He's a younger brother, not a prisoner that he needs to be watched like this. Jimin, for a child's well being and to keep him on from going down the wrong path, it's necessary to keep an eye on him. Go back and stay with him. Don't leave him alone. T. He isn't a prisoner. Jimin, finally looking at him. He is Park Jong-kook, the one who will carry forward the Park family legacy. T. You are there to carry that legacy. Please. Let him live his own life. Let him cherish his hobbies. Jimin scoffs tightly. Hobbies? They sound good, nothing more. We have an empire to run. Who will handle it? You? Who choose to become a professor? A small job? You never even thought about this family's future. And now you want Cook to follow your path too? I won't let that happen. Cook will take over the business. And for that, if he needed to be prepared. T, trying to reason. He is still a child, Hyang. Jimin, cutting him off. He isn't a child. He is the heir of the Park family. T, hurt, voice raising. You are doing the same thing to him that you did to me. Why are you pushing him away from you one by one? Why do you want us to hate you? Why do you want us to leave you? Jimin, expression unchanged. If your hatred turned you into successful men in the future, then I don't have problem with it. Dreams, hobbies, they don't matters. You both should have only one goal: expand this empire and protect its legacy. T, emotional. We don't want a legacy that takes away our right to live our own lives. Don't we have the rights to make our own life decisions? Can't we choose our own profession? Jimin, coldly. Do you really think your words hold any value here? Your profession was decided before you were born. Now your only goal is to accept and advance in the profession that has been chosen for you. Emotions only make people weak. If you want to succeed, you need to overcome them. Instead of arguing with me, focus on preparing Cook for his future. T, desperate. Please, Hyang, don't do this. He is just 16. Jimin, exactly. He is already 16. He has barely 10 to 12 years to be ready to handle everything. T, grabbing his hand, pleading, Hyang, you are the eldest. You are enough to carry the family legacy. No one can handle the business better than you. Not me, not Cook. We don't want this life. Jimin, pulling his hand away. What you want doesn't matter. Your future was decided the moment you were born. Now all you have to do is follow it. Turning away. That's enough for today. Leave. I have work to do. T, still trying. But Hyang. Jimin, sharp, authoritative. Park Taeyang, didn't you hear me? Leave and focus on Cook and close the door on your way out. T stood there for a moment, hoping, waiting, but Jimin didn't look back, and just like that, hope slipped through his fingers. With nothing but helplessness in his chest, he turned and walked away. Time skipped after a few months. Cook's life had completely changed. Now, his entire existence revolved around just one goal: perfection. Jimin had become even stricter with him. Cook was no longer allowed to step outside the house. His phone, laptop, tablet, even the TV, everything had been taken away. The house had turned into nothing but four walls, empty, suffocating. He tried again and again to convince Jimin to give him at least a little freedom, nothing much, just enough to let him step out for some time, as simple as grocery shopping. But Jimin refused even single time. He personally dropped Cook to school and picked him up. Fear and the constant pressure of studies slowly started consuming Cook. His mental health began to deteriorate. He became quieter, distant, lost in himself. He barely spoke anymore. Day and night he remained buried in his books. Yes, his scores become perfect, but his innocent smile disappeared completely. Jimin's restrictions didn't just control his life, they took away his right to live it, and slowly Cook fell into depression. No matter how hard he tried, Jimin was never satisfied. The pressure to score perfectly to make Jimin happy crushed him from within. He stopped eating properly, he couldn't sleep, and the worst part, he saw T suffers. Because of him, he saw him getting scolded, punished because of his mistakes, and that thought alone destroyed him. Slowly, a belief rooted itself deep inside his heart that he was nothing but a burden, that no matter how hard he tried, he would never be the reason for his young's happiness, only their pain. Jimin, on the other side, kept pushing Cook away, distancing himself from him. But on the other hand, he kept pushing T towards Cook, forcing him to stay with his side all the time. Cook's personal space was taken away completely. He had to stay in T's room with him all the time. T was 28, and even for him, this life felt suffocating. He had endured this pressure once, but Cook, he was just 16. He had never faced such mental torment before. The pain he felt from Jimin's physical punishments was nothing compared to what he felt when T was scolded because of him. And then one day, when no one was home, Cook was studying, laying in the bathtub, waiting for it to be filled. Exhaustion blurred his vision. His head felt heavy, his body weak, and before he could even realize, he collapsed unconscious inside the bathtub. The tap was still running. Slowly, the hot water began to overflow, filling the bathtub, spreading across the bathroom floor. Steam filled the air, making the room suffocating. Hard to breathe, and Cook slipped deeper into the water. Minutes away, T returned home. He called out for Cook, but there was no response. A strange uneasiness crept into his chest. He searched the entire house, even room, every corner, but Cook was nowhere to be found. Then he noticed the bathroom door was locked from inside. He knocked the door, called Cook, but when he didn't get any response from him, fear gripped him completely. Without wasting another second, he broke the door open. And the moment his eyes landed inside, his heart stopped. The bathroom was filled with water, streams clouding everything, and inside the bathtub, Cook was motionless. For a few seconds, T's mind went completely blank. His body froze, hands turning cold, unable to react. The world around him went silent. Then suddenly reality hit him. He rushed forward, turning off the tap immediately and pulling Cook out of the water. His body was cold, there was no movements. Panic took over completely. Without thinking twice, T carried him in his arms and ran straight to the hospital. Mrs. Park, how's my son now? Doctor, he was brought him here at the right time. If there had been even a slight delay, the situation could have been much worse. For now, he's out of danger. Mr. Park, is he perfectly alright? Doctor, yeah. However, his physical condition isn't our only concern. From what we have observed, his mental state isn't stable. Mrs. Park, what do you mean? Doctor, he shows clear sign of severe stress and possibly depression. This isn't something that developed overnight, it has been building up quite some time. Mr. Park, shocked. Depression? Is it serious? Doctor, looking at them seriously. It's serious, but under control. He needs proper care, not just medically, but emotionally as well. Support, understanding, and a healthy environment. Mrs. Park, what if we fail to give him that? Doctor, if this is ignored, it can become dangerous for him in the future, perhaps even fatal. And with that, the truth was let bare. This wasn't just an accident, it was the result of something much deeper and in future could be fatal if they wouldn't take care of it. Jimin rushed into the hospital, his breath uneven. The moment he saw T in the corridors, he went to him. Jimin, how's Cook? Cut off by heart slap. Jimin's head snapped to the other side. He slowly looked up and found his mom. Mrs. Parker stood in front of him, his eyes burned with anger. Mrs. Park, grabbing his collar. Why are you here now? We trusted you with our children. We believed that as elder brother, you would protect them, keep them safe from every danger. But you became the danger in their lives. Jimin, shaking his head, no. Got the slap again. Mr. Park slapped him. Because of you, my son is laying in the hospital today. If T hadn't reached home on time, if he hadn't brought him here, you would have killed him today. Is this the responsibility we gave you? Mrs. Park, shaking him, don't just stand like a statue, answer us. What did you do to him? What did you do to Cook that he ended up in the ICU? If you couldn't handle them, you should have told us. We should have taken them away ourselves. Mr. Park, from now on, you won't go near our children. Enough is enough. This has gone too far. Your psycho behavior has now put their lives at risk. T and Cook will come back with us, and from this moment, you have no relationship with her family. A person who tries to take his own brother's life can never be our son. Those words cut deeper than any wound. Jiminy stood there, silent, shattered, and without saying a single word, he turned and walked away. T immediately tried to run after him. T, no, wait! Mrs. Park grabbed his hand, stopping him. Mrs. Park, let him go. He has no place in our lives anymore. You and Cookie are coming back with us. T, yanking her hand away, shouting, no! We aren't going anywhere with you. We are staying with her Hang only. Ran behind Jimin to stop him. Mrs. Park, shocked. Even after everything, he still wants to stay with him, not with us. Why? We are his parents. Mr. Park, holding her. T is emotional. He is making decisions from his heart. Give him time. He will understand what's right for him and Cookie. Prepare to take them back home. Jimin, walking towards the gate and talking on call. Do what I said. T ran to him and hugged him tightly while wrapping his arms around him from behind. Hyang. Jimin immediately cut the call without turning back. What are you doing here? Go back to Cook. I have important work. T, desperate. Hyang, please don't go. I'm scared. Please stay with us. Jimin, firm. Mom and Dad are here. When Cook wakes up, he should see you first. Stay with him like his shadow. Don't leave him alone. Now go. He needs you. T, But I need you, Hyang. Jimin didn't reply him, didn't even look at him. He elbowed him, gently pushing him away, and walked forward. Not once didn't he turn back. T was calling him, but he didn't respond. T stood there, watching his hand slip away from his grasp, and for the first time, a strange fear settled deep inside his heart, as if something irreversible was about to happen. Cook slowly opened his eyes, and the first thing he saw was T, who was sitting beside him on the stool, carefully holding his hand. Cook weakly, Titi Hangi. T, kissing on his head softly. Yes, your Titi Hangi is here. How are you feeling now? Cook looked around. His parents were there, but his eyes kept searching for someone else. Mr. Park softly creasing his hair. Cookie, Mama is here, baby. He didn't look at her. Mr. Park, Cookie, your Mama, Dada, Titi, Hangi are here. Who are you looking for? Cook, still staring at the door. Jimin Hang, where is he? Why didn't he come to see me? Looked at T. Titi Hangi, is he still angry with me? Tears filled in his eyes. T gently wiped his tears. He came, he saw you, he was waiting for you to wake up, but then he got an urgent call and he had to leave. You know how busy he is? He told me to take care of you and not leave you alone. He will meet you at home. Don't worry. Cook nodded slowly, holding onto that lie like a fragile hope, still looking at the door with his big blue eyes, like an innocent child is looking for his mom to return to him. Time skipped after 2 days. 2 days had passed. Cook got discharged from the hospital. T. Cook refused to go with their parents. They were waiting for their Hang to come back, but Jimin never returned. Instead, a call came that snatched their everything. An old warehouse, infilled in flames, fire roared in every direction, the heat unbearable. Jimin lay on the ground, severely injured, his leg trapped under heavy debris, his body covered in blood. A massive iron rod hung loose above, ready to fall. He saw it, he knew what was coming, but he didn't move. Instant, a faint, peaceful smile appeared on his blood covered face, as if he had been waiting for this. Jimin looked upward with blurry vision. Finally, the rod fell and everything went blank. Men on call. The king is no more. He got injured while saving all of us and got trapped inside the warehouse. We tried our best to bring him out, but we couldn't. He pushed us out himself. The entire warehouse burned to ashes. Nothing was left. We saw him burned with our own eyes. I'm sorry, said with heavy heart. T screamed, collapsing on his knees. Yang! The storm finally arrived, but no one was ready for what it would take away. One brother waited with hope in his eyes, believing his Yang would walk back through that door. Another collapsed under the weight of a truth he refused to accept. and the third disappeared into flames. They thought pain had limits, they thought suffering had an end, but they were wrong because sometimes the person you think is destroying you is actually the one protecting you from something far worse. Jimin walked into the fire, but was it really the end or just the beginning of a truth yet to be revealed? Because not every death is real and not every sacrifice is understood. The shield they believed was gone might still be standing somewhere in the shadows. To be continued. Author's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. I know many of you were waiting for this episode, so I made this episode a little longer for you. I have also read your comments asking me not to give it a sad ending, and I want to reassure you this story won't have a sad ending. It will have a different kind of ending, neither fully sad nor fully happy, but something in between. This episode was truly emotional. Did you feel it too? If you read it with your heart, I'm sure there were moments that touched you deeply. Now let's see how Tea Cook will continue their lives without Jimin. They are finally free from all restrictions. But what does freedom really mean for them? I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with next part. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on a decision. Thanks for watching.